Today, I'm going to show you how to create a YouTube thumbnail using Canva. I have the Canva Pro option. Most of these things, though, can be done without having the Pro version. But it's up to you. So we're going to start here first. We're going to search for a YouTube thumbnail, and they have a predetermined size set for you. So you don't have to worry about creating the right size because this is it. I just like to start with a blank. You can use the templates that are offered there, but for my purposes, I like to use a blank. I like to make them pretty simple. A lot of the YouTube thumbnails that you see are pretty simple and they tend to work really well. So depending on what your market is, your niche is, you can evaluate that. It's a good idea to look at a bunch of different YouTubers that are in your niche, and that will help you decide what is the best format to take with these YouTube thumbnails. So we're going to start first. Here's your blank right here. You're going to start first by getting a background. I like to stick to some pretty standard colors as far as the background goes. Just helps my thumbnails to be more noticeable. If someone's scrolling through YouTube and they see, oh, that one looks like Lindsay's thumbnails, it probably is. So I like to stick to this basic color scheme here. So I think this one is one I haven't used in a little bit. So we're going to choose that one. Now there's lots of different things you can do to make it interesting. Probably the most important thing is you really want to have obviously the title on there, and you also really want to have a photo of some sort, something that either is of you or relates to the topic of your YouTube video. So I'm going to start here by putting text first, and then you can choose your heading if you want a subheading that's smaller, and then if you have a large body of text that you need to add on there, you can use that smaller text. I like to use the bigger one just because the font is bigger, obviously, and I prefer that over the smaller sizes. So the video that I am posting, it happens to be about Friday the 13th. So I'm going to title that, and maybe size that a little bit differently. And then you can move the text around. You can make the text bigger, whatever you need to do. Over here is your font. So if you would like to do a different style of font, you can do that. Then you can change your font size, coloring of font, and just all the things that you might need if you want it to be, left centered, or centered or right. So those are some general things that are on most softwares of this kind. So that is the text. And then if you want to put like elements or different graphic images here, you can. There's many different ones. So if you have the free version, it's a little bit more limited in the things that you can use. But if you upgrade, you can use pretty much everything. I haven't come across anything that I can't use at this point. So lots and lots of different options. You can also upload things. So if there's images that you want to use, you can bring them over and use them on your thumbnail or whatever thing you're making with Canva. So I'm just, for example, here, I'm just going to bring over something so that you can see what that looks like. Let's do a border around this. So probably should type in rectangular. And then it'll give you some different options. This one now with animated features, obviously those won't show up on a YouTube thumbnail. So when you go to use it, it'll just, show up as just solid. So obviously that's not really something you need to worry about when you're in all of this, just because it's not going to factor into it. So yeah, you can put a border on. You can do kind of pretty much whatever you would like will work. And then, like I said, definitely would suggest using a photo in the on your thumbnail, just because it's always good to have an image. So you can just take a photo that you have, of yourself or of the topic that you're going to be talking about. And that's so then you can have your thumbnail. So what you'll do next, depending on how you want to do it, I download the thumbnail. So like I said, you don't need to have this as a video. You just want it to be a PNG. So that's the format you want it into, and then download, and it'll start working on that here. And then once that's done, it'll pop up here. And you just want to save that to your computer, however you want to use it. So you can save that. So yeah, that's how you create a YouTube thumbnail. Obviously, there's lots of variables, lots of different things that you can do with it. You can add a lot more, images or designs if you would like, or if you'd like it to be more simple, that's fine too. So there's your tutorial on how to use Canva to make a YouTube thumbnail. Have a great day.